Good afternoon, everyone. Do you know what? My camera's not in properly in my gimbal. Oh dear. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my live stream from over here in Cala Millor and Cala Bona. I've started the video down this side of the beach just because of a keen breeze that we have blowing up through the resort this afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my live from over here from Cala Millor, and we're going to head on up to Cala Bona this afternoon. Now, I am walking in this direction. I was going to do it the other way around, but we do have quite a windy afternoon today. I've also been over to Yacht and Sakoma as well to go and check out those resorts for October too. I've got videos coming out soon on the channel from there, but in the meantime, let's turn the camera around. I'm going to show you where I am today. Do you know what, my camera just is not in this gimbal properly. I'm gonna have a fiddle around with it in just a moment. But look at the beach today. We have got glorious weather over here in Mallorca today, and what a difference to last weekend as well. And the first thing I have to say as well, there's a big thank you to James, a big thank you to Tommy and to Gaz and Jules and Robin as well. The countdown is on for you tomorrow, Robin. You're off to Palma Nova tomorrow. That is fantastic. I'm pretty sure I'll see you down there this week. Let me know how long you're down on the island for as well. Anyways, let me get off the wall. I just need to, so we don't have an accident on the route. I'm just going to quickly just fiddle around just with my gimbal one more time. Bear with me, bear with me. I think that's going to be as good as it's going to get. Something not quite right there. Anyway, let's hope we don't have any gimbal failures, and I hope this stream is going to be a smooth one today. It may be a little bit on the wonky side though, just because I can see my camera is not sitting very well in the gimbal. But anyway, we're over here in Cala Millor, and I'm looking up towards the Playa del Morro Hotel. To my left-hand side here, you can see the sun just going down around the Castel del Mar. I didn't start the video a little bit further down, only because I have been filming quite a bit today. A little bit on the tired side. Couldn't quite get down there, otherwise I'd be having a little bit of a late start on this live, and I want to show you the best of the resort as well before the sun starts to fade, because my goodness, next live stream we're going to have from over here, we're going to have daylight saving coming to an end, and the winter season is going to be more or less underway. Now let me know how this stream is looking on your phone here, on your phone, on your TV, or however you are watching. Do you know what? I'm just going to put this back in. Let me just start from scratch. 1 second. Let me just line this up. Ignore the wiggliness here. There we go. Let me see if that's sitting in a bit better. Now that looks okay. Robert, thank you very much for your super chat as well. It's just flown up onto the screen as well. Very much appreciated. And do you know what, guys? Considering we are in the last, well, in some cases, the last week of the season for some of the resorts, we are starting to see things closing down over here. And, well, you'll see that in my up-and-coming videos. But considering we're at the back end of the season, the resorts are busy. And my goodness, Sakoma was busy when I was down there a little bit earlier on too. Joe and Sue, good afternoon from Newcastle. You're back. And you're back home from your holiday in Palma Nova last week. Oh goodness, I don't think you had fantastic weather, did you? And I seem to remember as well at the beginning of the year when you guys came out, I think you hit a rainy day as well. I remember bumping into you on the waterfront on San Matis Beach, just as I was filming a, my goodness, look at the weather video from over there. It really is hit and miss at this time of year, I have to say. It is hit and miss, but when you get weather like this, and it's absolutely glorious. It really is absolutely beautiful. I'm still not happy with the camera. 1 second. Let me know, guys, how's this looking? How straight is this looking? It looks great on your TV. Stephen, I'll take that. So if it's looking okay, it's a little bit on the wonky side. Let me just try one more time. The problem is I had to get a new phone case a few weeks ago because my old one actually broke. So let me just try this one more time. It's not going to get any better than that. Anyway, so this really is officially the last live of summer 2025 because, well, next Sunday is going to be a return to winter hours. We're going to be rolling those clocks back next Sunday, I do believe. Am I right? I think I may well be. It's also the start of the half-term holidays as well for many. This week at least. And for us, it's going to be next weekend. Sally Ann, bless you. Thank you very much for your super chat. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're doing well. Who else have we got on the live today? Lee. It is wiggly, I'm sorry. Lee and Kerry, it's raining in Rotherham. Do you know what? All that bad weather that we had the other week, and I think you guys had actually quite nice sunshine. It's always the case, whenever we have the sunshine, you have the rain. But I can see just over here on Cala Millor beach, can you see the shoreline here? Look, it is pretty much, there's a whole layer of seaweed, and I think that came in from the storms that we had last weekend. We are only a week ahead of that huge storm that we had across the island. You may well have seen my videos from over Porto Poyensa way, and also that civil protection alert we had, it was that bad. Not so much over Palma way, but over in the northeast. But things do get back to normal very quickly over here in Mallorca when we do have some bad weather. Normal service does tend to return soon. And it doesn't take long before people are back on the beach. Look at that nice view. That looks lovely, doesn't it, with the palm trees? I think you sent the rain over here. Sorry, Steve, I really apologise. Neil, good afternoon, lovely to see you here. It's pouring down in South Wales, says Julian. No way. Can't believe it. Johnny, you're saying you wish you were on this beach instead of in the rain? But I tell you what though, loads of seaweed has come up on the beach, look. And this is all from the storms that we had last week. And at this time of year, you're not going to see them clearing the seaweed away now. We're just, like I said, a few days away from the end of the season. So all of that's going to stay on the sand to protect the beaches over the winter, but it will be cleared away in time for next summer. June, good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope your holiday went well over in Mallorca as well. Admin Anne from the Facebook group was over in Mallorca last weekend, and she's made some lovely posts on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group as well. If you want to go and check those out, go and check out the group. But look, you're not going to struggle getting a sunbed at this time of year. Look how quiet it is. I mean, this is a huge beach, and we have highs today of 23 degrees Celsius. It's an absolutely lovely day, and I have been able to film quite a bit today just because it's warm and it's very hot in the sun, but it's so much milder than you'll find obviously in July and August. And walking around is a little bit of a challenge. John and Marie and John, hello, thanks for showing us some sunshine from very wet Birmingham. 341 days and counting until you're back in your happy place, Porto Poyensa. Well, you guys couldn't have been any luckier actually coming out for your holiday and getting some sunshine. I hope Teddy's watching as well. Teddy's the poodle. He does like watching a live stream on the Sunday. Do we have any other pets watching? So look, we're right in front of the Don 1 here. And don't forget, last year, this is still open. I think it actually is going to be open over the winter too. It was completely refurbished over the past 12 months, and it opens a little bit late on in the summer season. I suspect they won't be closing in a hurry, and we are going to be having a few hotels open over here in Cala Millor way, not in Cala Bona, but in Cala Millor over the winter if you are looking for some winter sunshine. I will be down here at some point, probably at the beginning of 2026. This may well be my last venture over here to this side of the island for this year. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get back over here, but I think we're going to see some hotels staying open. Now look, this is where we've seen some of the water coming out from under the streets here, out onto the beach over the winter. Philip, thank you so much for your super chat. You left Calabona last Sunday and you had a week of great weather. So even though you will have seen the news, you would have seen the channel, you would have seen the Facebook group with reports of bad weather, the weather is never the same around the island. It's pretty much like this all day today actually. We've got gorgeous weather today, but when we did have the rain and the storms, there was sunshine over here during various points of it, so it's not always raining. When it does rain here, it doesn't always rain. Deb, can we move over there permanently, please? Oh dear, oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, considering we are rolling towards November, it's lovely to see the sun today. Now, we are starting to see the first of our winter changes over here, and the start of the winter works taking place and improvements that are going to be made to the resort over here in Cala Millor as we walk along this next section here. And it looks like there's been some kind of meteor shower, and I'm going to show you why, because thankfully we can see this digger here. So they are starting to do up this promenade. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do to it. There normally is a sign if there's going to be works in place, but I can't see anything. But you'll see as we go along here, got to look out for the bikes as well coming along the bike path, because we've got just these big areas being dug up. Nigel, good afternoon. Thank you so much. 5 days to go before you're back over. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And I just also have to point out too, don't forget down this just a block away here on that main road that runs parallel to where I'm walking is the whole resort centre of Cala Millor. If you are new to the channel, go back and watch my videos, particularly the nightlife video that I filmed in the summer. See what's down there. We've got plenty of shops, bars and restaurants to keep you busy when you don't have the beach life to enjoy. This is a huge resort. It's an absolutely huge resort. And it does offer something for everybody. Now, any guesses as to what's happening here? Just seeing sections of it being dug up as we go along. James, good afternoon, watching from a very wet Northern Ireland. John as well from Belfast. John the Vigilant, I know you're on the live stream today as well, watching from Belfast Way too. I think you're Belfast Way. Richard, you're over in 2 days to Sea Yacht. Tell you what, you're going to have an amazing week ahead, Richard. It was looking absolutely glorious over there. A little bit different from the live stream I filmed about a month ago in September when the weather should have been better, but having just come from there, you really are in for a treat. I mean, it is just lovely. And I've made those videos as well because even though we're rolling towards the end of the season, you may well be wanting to plan for next year. And as you know, travelling at this time of year towards the end of the season can be a little bit hit and miss weather-wise, but it's really to give you an idea of what you can expect to see in the resort. Over here in Cala Millor, they're starting works a little bit early. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case over in Magaluf when they start the second area of the beach. I'm hoping all the holiday makers will have left by the time that happens, which is why it's quite surprising to see let's just call it a meteor shower here, down on the promenade here in Cala Millor. Try and take a better look at the beach, but it's so busy today. My goodness me, we have got 211 people on this live stream this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me on this very lovely sunny Sunday, finally a sunny Sunday. From over here in Mallorca, and I'm looking right down the beach here, right down Cala Millor beach. This area here in front of some of the big hotels is falling into the shade. Bear that in mind. You're going to have slightly shorter days in the resorts, and the sun going down over the beaches from over here a little bit earlier on too. Gordon, you're saying you love the Bougainvillea Sacoma Hotel. I don't know that one, unfortunately, but good recommendation. KB, you're saying next year the airports will be different entering and exiting. If you are a UK passport holder, yes, they will be. And I do have some videos on the channel about it. Go over to the videos tab on the channel, go and find those videos and watch that content to see what fun you're going to be enjoying over at the airport, British passport holders. I also have a video out today too. We took a day trip to Barcelona just the other day, and I've just made a video to show you what travel used to be like and how easy and seamless and smooth it used to be like. It's what we have to enjoy. In fact, it is one of the absolute highlights of living in Europe, being able to get around so easily. Let's have a quick look at the beach here, look. I think they're going to have to get some more sand down here. I think the beaches took a little bit of a hit weather-wise over this past week, and we'll see this on the on this little beach a little bit further on too. You may remember last time I was down here and I made some recorded content, I think in September we did have a red flag flying down here. It was rather storming, but I'm so glad to be able to come down here at the end of the season and give you some really lovely, nice views of Cala Bona and Cala Millor, as it should be. And yes, I nearly tripped and fell off the pavement. Look, let's have a little look here. Here's a little hidden beach here on the far end of Cala Millor. It's looking a little bit on the seaweedy side, but it's always a much quieter spot actually, you'll find. Even in the summer as well, you don't get too many people coming down here. Just looking over to the jetty as well, and the glass bottom boats that have been running today, they have had cruises running today. We just see a lifeguard actually on his jet ski bombing along. Tim, you're enjoying the sun in Palma Nova. Back home on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I will be down in Palma Nova very soon. But like I said, I had to come back to this part of the island because every time I've been down here, it's been either on the verge of raining or stormy, or red flags have been out. And I want to give you a little bit of reassurance as to how it can be and how it is on a lovely autumnal October day. And I'm still in my shorts and t-shirt as well. If I was in any way cold, I would definitely be in warm clothes and a coat or a jumper or a scarf or something like that, which I'm sure I will be maybe next month, but you never know. Sometimes when we have bad weather over here, you get like a period of no rain, and we may well get that in November, just as they're closing down all the restaurants, the hotels, and stopping the flights. Gosh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Look at the way that you've got the shadow of the palm tree here on the sands. And at this time of year as well, you do get some really lovely light down here. Absolutely lovely light. Diane, hello from a very wet Bournemouth. I hope my mum's watching actually. Fingers crossed my mum's watching. If it's raining, I hope she's watching. Mum, I'll give you a call later. Gary, you're heading to Cala Market tonight. Last week it was cancelled, so hopefully not as busy as my last visit to Sant'Agni. Oh goodness. Do you know what? I filmed that video when maybe I shouldn't have gone out and filmed it because I wasn't feeling 100% that day, and I wasn't expecting the crowds either. It really did take me by surprise in September. I couldn't believe how busy it was. I may well go back there over the winter, who knows. Got to make a positive video from there, but it really shocked me as to how busy it was. It was just crazy. It wasn't an amazing experience, I have to say. Thank you very much, John. James, you've booked the mainland Spain next May. Let us know why. Let us know why you've done that. Maybe to try somewhere new. Darren, thanks for your videos. You're very welcome. You're currently in Palma Nova on your first break to Mallorca in 26 years. Wow. You arrived on Thursday morning and the weather has been fabulous. And you go home on Tuesday evening. And of course you'll be back next year. Goodness, that's amazing. And I'm glad as well that after 26 years, you've managed to spring an absolutely lovely week over here on the island. You have been very, very lucky, and loads of you coming out on holiday this week, you're going to be very lucky too. Don't forget, I do have my island update out tomorrow with all the any top headlines for the more or less the end of the season and what you can expect. Let's just get a few views of the beach. Gosh, look at that seaweed, it's really building up there, look. Oh look, and just coming in here too, look, we've got the Cala Rajada Express. This is a fab day trip to do, I can imagine. I haven't actually done it. I must get out and about and do some of these trips next year, but you are just a short boat ride away from Cala Rajada. Look, it's just coming in here. Anyway, come on, let's make tracks in the direction of Cala Bona. Also, if you are new to the channel as well, if you're completely new, if you've arrived on this live stream and you're wondering where we are, we're on the east coast of Mallorca. We started this live stream in Cala Bona. We're walking in the direction of Cala No, we started this live stream in Cala Millor. Here I'm making mistakes. We're actually now about to enter Cala Bona, a little bit further ahead. Both of these holiday resorts are very popular over here, and well, they've got a lot to offer if you're coming over here on holiday. Not least because of the amazing views that you get right along this walkway, right along this point. And all the restaurants down here too. You're not ever really fighting for restaurants with sea views in this resort, particularly coming up through Cala Bona. I mean, it just is one of the most gorgeous spots. Got some nice artwork sculptures here too. Brian, you're saying when in Cala Bona, I always recommend the rope and anchor for good food and the friendly atmosphere, and we will see that later. And for anybody coming over to maybe Cala Millor over the winter for maybe a sunny weekend over here, and it can be absolutely gorgeous here on the beautiful sunny day, you may well find a few bits and bobs that open over here in the resorts. These Indian restaurants pretty much stay open year round. See, he's getting the heaters out for later on. Smithies is also fabulous too, another great place as well. In fact, they're all wonderful over here in my experience. I can see Gordon, you're saying Cala is mad windy from memory. Well, it can get windy over here too. It depends which direction the wind's blowing in, and at the moment it's actually behind me. We do have this breeze blowing this afternoon up through the resorts, and it's better. It's kind of better for the live that I'm walking in the direction, well, away from the wind, otherwise it would be a very noisy live. Also, what's absolutely fabulous about here as well, look, you've got these little seated areas. But also, as I look to my left, we're starting to see a few places not opening. We just see Mint on the corner here, look, that's closed. And it's going to be interesting to see what Cala Bona is like mid-October. And look, there goes the Cala Express. It's done for the day, it's dropped everybody off. It'll probably be out again tomorrow. Oh, here's some good information from, I don't know what your name, oh, Dave and Lynn, I can just see at the end of that, you're saying the EES machines were not in use this morning, and as a consequence, you're through passport control in minutes at Palma from Bristol today. Just in time for the sunshine, and you're in Santa Ponsa. Fantastic, enjoy the rest of your holiday. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Absolutely brilliant, oh my goodness. Yeah, go back and watch my videos that the EES machines, they're only going to be running at 10%. They're only going to be checking 10% of passengers coming into Spain on the run up to January. So let's see if they're going to even bother. I don't think they're going to bother actually until November, until flights start going out of Terminal C. I need to look into that. So I think for any of you coming over to the islands, I don't think they're going to be in use until the end of the season. Now look, Cala Bona is all about the views too. I mean, look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely stunning. It's a little bit like Porto Poyensa in the way in that you do get the stunning views over here. And just looking at the coast here, this is Costa del Pins right at the end. Look how lovely it is, my goodness me. Jim, hello. You need to wait until April until you're away again. Got a long winter ahead of us. But I will bring you the sunshine. I'll be out and about as much as possible over the winter. We're going to see what the resorts are like out of season. I won't be filming so much in the resorts, but as we head on through the winter, I will be filming quite a few guides actually to help you out for next year. I should have some other bits and bobs for you too. But for anybody coming out in the final weeks, look, we can see there's plenty open down here. And you're not going to struggle for table bookings over on this side of the island at least anyway. But I have been astounded by the amount of holiday makers that we have had over here. I'm sure this has to be our busiest October yet, it must be. island-wide. I'm sure the hoteliers have had a really successful season. I'm absolutely sure of it. Let's have a look at this view here. This area of coastline, well, this has always been seaweedy. This whole this little rocky area here, it's not good for swimming. This is just purely to protect the coastline, right in front of the Marin's Playa Hotel. I love this. Look, is that Robian? You saw Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer in Cala Millor. Were they hanging out together? That's brilliant. I guess tennis players would do that, wouldn't they? But they've got a WhatsApp group and everything. Wouldn't that be funny if we bumped into them? Like they're just like walking through the area, going for a nice coastal walk. But look, we're just coming up by the Pro Tour Bona. There are people inside. A lot of the hotels over here, some of them are busier than others. Some of the family hotels I noticed over Sakoma Way were quite busy, but some of them really are running on empty at the moment as we come up to the end of the season. And you're not going to have the same atmosphere that you would expect during the summer. For some people, that's absolutely fantastic. For others, maybe you'd want to book in the warmer summer months. And you're saying as well, you've just arrived in Cala Bona and the weather is gorgeous and you love the streams. You're welcome. Abigail, you're over in Sea Yachts. Maybe I'll walk past you a little bit earlier on. Linda, a week on Monday, you're going to be back over. Brilliant. I know you're heading to Magaluf. Now we are coming up to this area of bars and restaurants. Let's see what's still open over here in Cala Bona. I hope they are keeping most things open down here. I really do. But it must be a little bit of a struggle for some of the bars and restaurants because this isn't very much of a local residential area. It's very much an area for holiday makers. So I suspect if some of these places aren't busy, they will be closing a little bit sooner than others. What time is it? We are on 5:35. Maybe a few people out for drinks. It's not quite dinner time. It's also not really lunchtime either. But some people out having drinks this afternoon. Stanley's is open too. But I'm pretty sure most of these places are going to be closing right at the end of the season. Speaking of closing, we see our first hotel closed over here. It's the Athlon. It's shut already. We've just rolled by mid-October and it's already closed. What a shame. I did walk in here in one of my videos actually. Go back and watch that, but it does look like a very nice hotel, and they do have this little beach club here to the right hand side. It lacks the atmosphere it used to have, but it is an alternative offering over here for those who want it. Kind of a nice dance music playing out of a very nice beach club. Some people do love it. June, you've had tapas at Stanley's. Oh, Clive, thank goodness for that. Thank you for telling me about the signal and the sound. Do you know what? I couldn't find a little bit to plug into my phone either for the mics earlier. Kind of like dropped somewhere in my backpack, but I managed to get it. I managed to get it up and running. Now, this hotel we can see right in front of us here is the Pro Tour Alithia Hotel as well. Lots of people still in there too. But look at this, what a shame. What a shame that this is closed up. How warm is it at the moment? Well, when I got here, it was 23 degrees. I think we've probably dropped a degree or two. It's probably about 21, I'd say, just because the sun is starting to go down. We're coming to the end of the day. It's feeling a tiny bit fresher. But like I said, I am in my shorts and t-shirts today. I can see people waving at me and I'm not sure if they are. Hello, how are you doing? I'm live streaming. Are you watching it? Do you want to say hello? Yeah? Here we go, look, hold on, let me just turn on my microphone as I almost walk out in front of a safari bike. Have to watch out. Let me just give you this microphone here. I'll try not to get... Here we go.
Hi.
So, hi guys, who do we have here?
Anthony.
Anthony.
And Vicky.
And whereabouts are you from?
We're from Oldham.
From Oldham in Lancashire.
Yes.
And you're enjoying your holiday?
Loving it.
And whereabouts are you staying?
Literally above in the Elysium.
Ah, I've just been talking about that. What's it like?
Yeah,
We love it.
Fabulous hotel.
Yeah. Second time, we've rebooked for next year.
Oh really? You're joking? Seriously? That's fantastic. That is fantastic. And where's your favourite bar or restaurant over here as well? Just to give a
Well, this one, of
this
course.
one. Where are we?
Gabby's. This is Gabby's bar.
Gabby's bar.
bar.
Do you know what? I had this bar recommended during the summer as well. It did come highly recommended. So
Absolutely
yeah.
wonderful.
fantastic, brilliant. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for
All
talking
right,
to
thank
me.
you. Thanks very much.
I'll just grab the microphone. I shall see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Bye. Brilliant. There we go. So Gabby's bar is still open. I nearly got taken out by a bike then as well. You've got to watch out on these bike paths, looking left and right. Malcolm, you are coming to Palma Nova next February. Goodness me. You've picked quite an unusual month to come to Palma Nova. Keep following the channel. We're going to see what's open over the winter Palma Nova way. I know some places are going to be having a break in November, and they're going to be even reopening in December as well. So I'll have some news about that next time I'm down there. Kerry, you've tuned in to watch me live stream in Cala Millor, and you fly on Saturday. Go back, scroll back on the stream, go and have a look and see what Cala Millor is looking at. The beach is looking absolutely lovely today. You're going to have a fantastic time. Tony, hey, how are you doing? Tony and Lisa, I remember meeting you last summer as well. And you were back twice this year, and you're going to be back again twice next year as well. That's good to hear, that's good to hear. Got all the regulars coming back for their holiday. And look, you can just get an idea, look, of how busy it is over here, look. Got some kids even swimming off the beach here. Look, we're just coming up to the little beach here in Cala Bona. I can see also the lifeguards are still out just over on this far side. Can you see them? Just as I started up the live stream, actually, some of the lifeguards, they really did clock off at 5. As soon as it hit 5 o'clock, that flag came down and off they went on their bikes. But we've got a couple of lifeguards hanging around at this point here. Let's have a look. Just looking out in the water here, we've got a few people still out. I don't know why they're still out today. Maybe it's a little bit on the choppy side on that part of the bay, and they're having to do a bit of overtime. Steve, you're saying you know Cala Millor like the back of your hand. Let me know if there are any places that I've missed or that you want to see as well that I don't actually feature in the videos. Is there a main area of Cala Millor that I've missed and I should go and get over to? Let me know in the comments. But look, I think with all the people that we've got over here, this autumn have had to stay out on the beach. Jimbo, you're saying your first hotel in Mallorca was the Alithia, and that's the case as well for James, and I think did Callum come with you as well a few years ago? I know you came over to Cala Bona and enjoyed it very much too. Good afternoon to you as well, James and Callum. I hope you're both feeling better. Pamela, hello. You love Palma Nova and hope to book for May, and you're hoping that special assistance will be better than your previous 2 visits. I hope so too. I really hope so too. As you know, I did try and ask about that this year, and I didn't really get much response back, but I hope things will be up and running. And oh no, I can't believe this. I was hoping, look, it's the middle of October and the music bar has closed for the season. What a shame, what a shame. And as we see the little beach down here as well, it's looking very quiet. Obviously, actually, because it's gone into the shade now. I'm pretty sure there would have been people down here earlier on this summer, but what a very different look at Cala Bona today. Susan, you're over in rainy London too. UK's not sounding so great today, weather-wise. Now, I wonder when this bar closed. What a shame. You have to bear this in mind, actually, if you're coming over here on the holiday to places like Cala Bona that are so tourist-focused, and they depend upon people coming over here. And it's a shame that they decided to close early. Just dice with danger and cross the bike path. But look, we've got some other hotels open, even though, and I have to say, go back and watch my evening videos from over here in Cala Bona. Even though some of the bars may have to close, maybe they're not getting the custom at this time of year, you're going to find all the entertainment is open to everybody in the hotels. You just have to go in and buy a drink. So there will still be stuff to do down here. But let's take a walk. Look, all the leaves are starting to fall. It does feel autumnal. Brian, it's raining in Newcastle too. Dave, hello. How you missed this place, I know. I'm going to miss actually coming out over here for a few months. It's always really sad when the resorts close. It's not my favourite time of year at all. What else have we got over here? Is the Grand Sol, is that looking open? Yes, it is. It's still open at this time of year. But look, we've got plenty of shops open still down here as well, look. Not everything's closed up yet. And look, all the bike rentals and the safari bikes, they're still open. And they pretty much, I think they're open, not year round. They will close at some point for a break. But there's always something to do down here. If you just take a quick look down this little beach here, that's going to have a quick look. I can see just looking up above me here, look, we're outside the Levante Tui Blue, and to my left-hand side we've got the Levante Park. Both, I think, are open. I see people in both, enjoying the sunshine. Let's have a quick look down on the beach here. A little bit of seaweed has built up. I guess if you're coming over to this hotel at this time of year, you may want to be making the most of the swimming pools or the first little beach that we just walked past. I can see somebody else in the water there. Look, somebody asked about water temperature a little bit earlier on. I don't know because I haven't been swimming for, well, since September, if not August, actually. Let's be perfectly honest here. Yeah, I haven't been in the sea for a while, but there are loads of people in the sea. There are loads of people in the sea over in Cala Millor. It's had plenty of time to warm up over the summer months, so it is still warm. You find the sea to be actually a lot warmer at this time of year than you're going to find it in, say, April if you're coming over for an early season break. It's always a little bit on the fresquito side, but the sea's actually much warmer than the swimming pools, so you're more likely to be swimming in the sea than in the pools in October. Now, it's really good actually to see that the Tui Blue is still open, and I don't know when that is going to close for the season. I don't know if they're going to hold out until the 31st of October. I've been down here in previous years actually and seen this close early, so I'm not sure if it's going to be the same for this year. We have some great information here. Sandra, the Grand Sol, the Bluey Levante, the Levante Park, the La Luna, all close on the 1st of November. And they've put a tear emoji. I know, it's so sad. It's so sad, oh goodness. But it is good to see though that they are staying open actually for the whole season, which is great. Who have we got on tonight? This is one of the big nightlife venues over here in Cala Bona. We've got the ABBA 2 night. All your ABBA hits from the 70s party, adults only from 9:30. And if you go through these revolving doors here, look, and just go out in front, you'll be able to enjoy that. Yes, Steve, you can. Look, you've said, can I just mention the Shanghai Chinese is awesome, and say hi to Tapin, who's the beautiful lady who works there. That sounds good. Who doesn't love a Chinese? I know a lot of people get lots of comments about or give lots of comments about what you should be eating on holiday, but who doesn't love a Chinese? It just breaks up all the tapas and the Spanish food as well. It's nice to have a little bit of a break. But we are coming up to the Hotel Sir, the very famous Hotel Sir, the 2-star hotel, which maybe should have another star attached to it. It's a lovely little place, really friendly as well, and it's looking quite busy in here too. Look, the football is on. He's playing. I see a red shirt, I see a white shirt. Is it Arsenal and I don't know who's playing? Oh, here we go, there's a board here. Tottenham and Aston Villa is currently playing. They had Dundee and Celtic a little bit earlier on. It's quite a popular one to watch, and looking right outside the Illusion Moreo. And if you go back and watch my last video from over here as well, look, you've got the brand new Anaya too. Should we go around the back? Let's go around the back and go down to the waterfront. I'll probably film my way back to the car as well, because I know some people don't like watching the live streams. It depends how the signal is, but let's head on down, back down to the waterfront and go and get some nice views from down here and see if the restaurants are still open. Do you know what? We're nearly on 300 people on this live, and I can't believe it as we roll on almost to the end of October. It's quite incredible. We're almost at the end of the season here, and I'm so happy you guys have decided to join me on this sunny Sunday afternoon to take a look at Cala Millor and Cala Bona. Oh, it's quiet down here. Wait for this, guys, wait for this as I pan the camera around. Now this area in the winter does get almost converted into probably a much needed parking area for those people who still have to come down here and work. But it's very, very quiet. It looks like the restaurants are just getting set up, and we only have a couple of places down here that look like they're going to be open this evening. The Mediterranean restaurant here, is that going to be opening up? It's very hard to tell. Very, very hard to tell. But we are very much in autumn mode down here. Look, we're just round the back of the Illusion Moreo. Obviously, nobody really out down by the pool at the moment. We are in the shade, and it is a lot cooler in the shade now than you'll find in the summer months. Normally you welcome a little bit of shade, but at this time of year you do want to be sitting in the sunshine. If you are coming out, make sure you bring a jacket for the evening, maybe a scarf or something as well. A little bit on the fresh side down here. But this will be open, this restaurant will be open. And what else is open? We've got the Argos, the bar Argos is also open over here as well. Look, got the football on too. I love it, they've called it the Argos, that's hilarious. Does the Argos shop, does that still exist in the UK? I remember they used to be super popular, that huge massive catalogue they used to have. Don't even know if that exists either still. I can just hear the birds in the trees here. Can you hear them? I'm not sure if you can, but we're going to start getting, as we roll on into November, stick with the channel as well as we go on into the winter, because, well, Mallorca out of season is a very different place, and as we move on into the winter, into November and December, we start to get the birds migrating, and it's absolutely stunning. You'll get it as well, obviously, in your part of the world, but over here with the setting sun and seeing the murmurations pass by over the resorts, it really is spectacular. It's an absolutely glorious time of year. But we can just see this restaurant opening up as well too. They've got a fresh fish on the menu. It's Esmolet. Let's come into Cala Bona Marina today, or harbour or marina, I never know which one this is, but John, you've just seen that football update. Manchester United are winning 1-0, yay. John, you're saying as well that yes, my friend Chris at the Mediterranean is open until the end of the month, and his hot burger restaurant in the and he's got a hot burger restaurant in the winter too. Thank you very much for that information. Kerry, you're flying out on Saturday. Obviously not Kerry as in Lee and Kerry, a different Kerry. Otherwise, Lee, I've got news for you. Kerry's coming out without you. But here we go. Let's go on down into the harbour here. It's so pretty over here, look. Especially with the Hotel Cala Bona open as well. Like we heard earlier on, it's going to be open until the end of the season. They're going to be holding out to the end of the season. Caroline, good question. Have I been to Mallorca? Oh, you're asking June. June has been to Mallorca. June, if you're still on the live, I don't know if you're done with your Sunday lunch. And we will be returning to the Sunday lunch lives when we have the time change. We'll be out a little bit earlier on in the day. Obviously, because it'll be getting darker. But yes, Caroline, June was in Mallorca a few weeks ago, as was Asminan from the Facebook group. Look how stunning that is. It's really pretty. Look, Janice and John's as well is opening tonight too. Good evening. When are you closing for the season?
At the end of the month.
End of the month, cool. So Janet and John's as well staying open until the 31st of October. I'm just walking really slowly through here just so you can really enjoy the views. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to be on the webcam in just a second, I think. There's a webcam somewhere up here. But we are in front of the Hotel Cala Bona, and well, they have a webcam at the top of their hotel too. Just like at the San Matías Beach Hotel actually over in Palma Nova. So you can check in and look and see what Cala Bona looks like live. Look, they do have the awnings up though in the front of the hotel there, just because of this breeze blowing. Anyway, let's keep heading up through the resort. Now, isn't this a little bit nicer than the last time I was down here? Goodness me, look, really lovely. Oh, bless you, Dave. You're not coming back till April. Don't worry, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on over here. Mick, you've been back a couple of days from Santa Ponza and you stayed in the Santa Ponza Plaza, which I pointed out a couple of Sundays ago. And what a great location it is. It is. Sorry. Oh, do you know what, guys? I don't have any water with me. Do you know what? I noticed there's a mute button on the live as well, so you didn't have to hear me coughing. Oh, and I'm on the webcam as well. You just see me coughing on the webcam. Oh, goodness me. I left my bottle of water in the car, and I have been filming all afternoon. I can't believe I left my water in the car either. I was wondering why my bag was so light. But anyway, look. Just looking over here, look to the departure point for the glass bottom boats. Kerry, yes, the lifeguards are out on the beaches, but only, as I saw in Cala Millor, until 5 p.m. They were still out actually over this side on Cala Bona. What time is it now? They were out at like 5:30 when I passed by a little bit earlier, so I don't know why they were still out. Oh, check out that little girl, look, that's a great photo. Brilliant. Look, I'm right outside the Catalonia del Mar as well. I have to say, these hotels here on the harbour, they do fall into the shade in the afternoon. You're going to get the best of the autumn sun, I should say, in the mornings, because don't forget as well that the sun does rise from right out in front of us. So you're going to get amazing sunrises from over here. But that also means as well that the sun does pass by the back of the hotels later on in the afternoon. But you can still find sunny spots over here, like all the way down the walkway in the direction of Cala Millor. It just means that you need to get out maybe a little bit earlier on in the day too. Water, you thought it was vodka, oh my goodness. Oh, imagine doing that, doing a live stream on vodka would not be probably the best, probably entertaining for you guys. I'll probably lose my channel if I did that. But anyways, look, got loads of places open over here, a little bit on the quiet side. I'm guessing most people were out for lunch a little bit earlier on. Gary, you're saying that the lifeguards finish at 6 over in Calador. John, do you know what? I might have to get an ice cream on the way back. Although I've had quite an unhealthy week actually. Having been to Barcelona on Friday. I don't know if you've watched that video actually. I said that it was a school trip day for my daughter, and we headed out there ourselves. It was quite an expensive school trip, so we did a DIY on that one. And the hilarious thing was that we actually bumped into the school in Plaza Catalunya in the centre of Barcelona. Just at this random point we popped up from a metro, which was hilarious. And the teacher actually said, "I've just read your email as to why she can't actually go into school today." Literally couldn't believe it. So. But we did take full advantage of meeting up with a family member in Barcelona. We also had some incredible food there too. And last night as well, it was a friend's birthday. And we went out in Palma and we had a fantastic paella last night as well. Some tiramisu dessert. So we had really been eating really well all week, which has been incredible. Kerry is asking, has anyone stayed in the Castel del Mar hotel in Cala Millor, and can you tell her what it's like? Oh, we've got an American viewer today. Jacqueline, good afternoon to you from over in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you very much for watching my live stream from over here in Calabona this afternoon. John is saying a little ice cream won't matter. I'm sure it wouldn't actually. Because you know what, we did walk all over Barcelona. We did get a few metros, but we did go, do like to explore when we're out and about on our travels. And we did walk a fair way, so that made up for it. But good news is that there's an ice cream place here on the way back. That's open. The Kashmir Tandoori is open as well. And this will be open over the winter as well. You're gonna see when I come down here, maybe in the new year now, exactly what's open, but we're gonna see some year-round businesses open on this side of the islands, which is really good. Not everything is closed everywhere, which is fabulous. Now, it's only just now starting to feel a little bit on the chilly side. Got the sun going down to my left-hand side on the west of the island. I'm sure they're going to be enjoying a nice sunset from over there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some nice sunset videos as well coming out over the winter. And we are coming up to the Pane Tosto too as well. The final weeks for this lovely little bar right on the waterfront over here. And I have to say, this whole stretch of coastline is just gorgeous. Look, they're gearing up for the night ahead down here. They've taken down though, look, they have started taking down a little bit of the roofing. I am wondering whether they lost it in the storm that we had a few days ago, quite possibly so, or they're just starting to break it down now for for the winter, or just really to let the sun in as well. We don't need so much shade at this time of year. I'm not even wearing my hat. I was a little bit earlier on walking in the sunshine, but not so much now. Looking around to my left-hand side, we've got the Pro Tour, the Bon Aire or the Bon Air Hotel. And just panning the camera around here too, look. Clive, you're saying the Castel Del Mar is a great hotel with fantastic rooms and the pool area, the high floors that have the best views. I can imagine it's absolutely gorgeous over there. Guys, I can't believe it. It's pretty much the end of the summer. We have come pretty much to the end of the summer of live streams, and a new season of lunchtime lives will be returning when the clocks change very, very soon. In the meantime, I'm going to have some content coming out to help you plan for your holiday for next year, particularly if you're coming out to Mallorca in October at the end of the season. Let's see what it's like, hey? Let's see if there's enough to warrant a holiday over here. And particularly if you can get a really good value deal, look out for those videos. But I have to say as well, a huge thank you for all the super chats on the channel this evening. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you guys that joined me as well. And even our viewer from over in Boston, Massachusetts. I can't believe that. That's fantastic. So I'm going to say goodbye to the summer of lives from over here at the far end of Cala Bona. The lunchtime lives will be returning. And actually, do you know what, will technically almost be just about in season as well, or the very, very start of the winter season, we'll see. We'll see what the weather's like. But in the meantime, have an amazing Sunday from wherever you're watching in the world, from a very, very slightly wonky live stream over here in Cala Bona. I will be back here at some point soon. It may well be in 2026, but from over here in Cala Bona for summer 2025, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.